We now return to Let's Play Cleopatra. We have apparently finished Valley of the Kings campaign and are now on to Ramses II. Ramses II is third in a dynastic line begun by his grandfather Ramses I, a vizier of non-royal blood who claimed the throne when Horemheb left no descendant. You need to achieve military triumphs, yea, and construct great monuments that will convince your subjects of your godlike status, fill your enemies with despair, and hear the lamentation of their women, and proclaim Ramses the Great's name and the glory of Egypt for generations to come. Yay, military.
Hail, royal governor, regent of the Levant, and loyal subject of our Pharaoh, the son of Ra. It is indeed fortunate to live in this time when Egypt's benevolent hand stretches from the far reaches of Nubia to the shores of the Levant. Infinite is the wisdom of our new Pharaoh, the most revered Ramses II, and great is his vision, for it is he that has dispatched you to rule in this fine land, now part of the ever-expanding domain of Egypt. This region, while still fraught with dangers, has many riches that must be exploited. The verdant hills are ripe with tall trees yielding fine wood, ideal for fashioning chariots and useful in many forms of construction. Seams of copper, while not abundant, can also be found and will be most useful in fashioning strong weapons. Wood and copper, so rare in our homeland, will surely be welcomed when shipped back in quantity. It is therefore entrusted that you will oversee the establishment of a mighty port of commerce, from which these valuable commodities can be exported. Pharaoh and the people of Egypt will be most grateful. But take care. Ensure that your own trusted soldiers are equipped with fast chariots and strong weapons, for the Hittites, though smitten by Seti, father of Pharaoh, are still dangerous and may challenge our rightful authority in this bountiful land. A strong military presence in this new territory may be necessary to quell insurrection, and will undoubtedly be most useful in the future. Finally, to remind the people of this region to whom they must now pay homage, Pharaoh Ramses II deems it appropriate that you erect an obelisk proclaiming his glories.
Alright. So the mission goals are actually pretty simple. All we really need to do is fill in a ton of people. There's lions. We'll seal them off right away. And build an obelisk. And that's fairly simple to do, but the military thing is what's got me. I don't like doing the military in Impressions games because the engine for it is just not very good. The whole moving flags around to orient your army is just really cumbersome. I do not like it. And I'm not sure if Pharaoh has the capacity. I'd really hate to seal this off like this, but we're going to do it. For paying people off, or if that came in later games. They shouldn't be able to get through there. I mean, I don't know that. Maybe the animals in the game are not beholden to such restrictions. Find out in a minute here. Gotta pause, and then we gotta go find that other one. Where were you? Up in here. Okay. But this is a lot. I should have gone for these guys, not gardens. Should have gone for these guys first, since they had a smaller area. Initially, before they spawned in a billion lions. Okay, that should seal them off. Hopefully. Okay, so where do we need to be here? Let's look at fish. We've only got fish. That's probably not going to be very simple to... Ooh, we got reeds though. Not really simple to keep our people fed. Alright, so let's take a look here. We've got recruiters, fort makers, alright. Industries, raw materials, woodcutters, and copper mines. I saw the copper up here. So this will be sort of our industrial area. Now, we also do need to maintain some wood, so it'll be all along here. So the only fishing spot I really see is down here. There might be more, just with the animations changing. That kind of looks like no. Well, that sucks. Okay, we need to be down here anyway, and this time we actually do have bridges, which in typical Impression City Builders fashion are almost impossible to place because they require a little bit better shoreline. So we can't even... Oh, we can. I was going to say, we can't even get out here to these things. It just looks a little bit better. But these ones, I don't even know that we can. No, these ones are just out here to mock us. Can't even get to that. Just there for the visuals, apparently. Okay. So, nice, gigantic area right here. Will keep me central to a lot of what I need. But I think because of the requirement for building, or for population is so large... Dang it. I'm just being overly cautious here. We're definitely going to need just a housing block, and it's possible I could set up 2 of my housing blocks actually here. I could maybe do a big 3x. So we're not going to have a very large area for food, and we are going to need stuff for... Okay. Let's take a trip out to Egypt. Oh, actually, let's start up here. We are in Sumer, and we are attached to Kadesh here. We'll grab you. I don't know that that's actually... They sell oil, but we don't actually need oil. They'll buy granite and linen, things that we cannot make. So we don't actually need that. They'll sell wood and copper, which is something we provide. They'll buy linen. Now, if I could find a flax seller... to turn around some... Okay, so we could do Menefer, get flax, then turn around and sell it. That's the only way that makes sense. And they'll buy wood, they'll buy oil, they'll buy weapons, probably something I'm going to need to make here. So let's open up these guys. Now the granite, we're going to need granite, aren't we? Because I don't think we can make our own stone blocks for this obelisk. I don't think we can just grab it from this. Pretty sure there are workshops that make that happen. Okay, anyway, back to the desert here. We will do Menefer, I guess, because they sell flax and they buy wood from us. We don't have access to jewels, but they will also sell pottery. That will become helpful. And they'll also sell chickpeas and grain. So these guys are actually going to be a very valuable trade partner. Timna will buy wood from me. They'll sell gems that I could turn into luxury goods. I think right now, since I can't actually see how much this is costing me, it looks like $450. I'll just wait, but that will be a trading partner for the future. They'll buy wood, and they'll sell beer and lettuce. Oh, whatever. Let's just spend the money right now, huh? The more trading partners we have open to begin with, the more suckers I can sell my my wood to. These guys up here, though, you know, so they'll be the buyers of my linen. And I probably, since I'm going to need the linen for my own purposes, I'm probably not going to have a huge amount to turn around and sell. So I think just having the one area to sell or to buy, that's a pretty good amount. And then they'll sell me that, which I can sell to everybody else. I think that's a far more lucrative thing to do, would be to sell the luxury goods, especially if I don't plan to use them, because there's no requirement this time round for... I don't think this has to be very high, and we don't have to raise our buildings to a very high degree, which means that I do not have to necessarily have all the goods. I can just have a bunch of slums and turn this into a workers' port. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started, I guess. Shall I just... Well, okay. Let's make a bridge first, and then we'll just kind of make straight lines off of that. I do not know where these people are going to come in. That I don't even know if I could build that one because that looks like it goes straight into water. Let's find out. Nope. Okay. So, excellent map design there, where they put one of the only water crossings in a place you cannot actually then build a road. So, it appears that the game wants me to build here. I guess I could also build... Okay, I guess I do have more than I thought. But let's go ahead and put it close to here, and we'll just start left to right. No, right. I can't. I can't do that. I know. I am ratcheted down to the lowest possible speed, I believe, so. And then we'll kind of keep an eye on roadway here. Do you think maybe that'll do? Sure. Because then that can go straight up into here. Sure, this will work. Okay. So we're going to have 2 there. And it needs to be that, or can I go one more? I feel like maybe I can go one more. This might be stretching the capabilities of this, but we will find out shortly. I think the walkers can get around that. They can in the other games, so that will be our initial setup here. And I would like to have bigger buildings, but you know what? Since we're not worried about having the larger structures, the larger houses, I think I'll just go ahead and fill them all in. I don't really care if they match up. It's the outside where I do kind of care, just because I like having the structures available, or the space available for the structures they need to exist. So let's just go ahead and lay out the whole damn thing. Because if I do 1, 2, and then how many did I leave in between? I mean, really, I could just make a whole thing. You know, one thing that I'm not super keen on, but I had thought about, was just making these big rows and letting them go, and letting them attempt the intersections. I feel like that's kind of dangerous to do, just because there is always the possibility that someone will get skipped. But with enough buildings, with enough, you know, the structures and walkers, you should be able to get it. And then that would allow me to double up and just kind of... But I don't know how many I need for each and everything, so I think it's just better and far more controllable to do something like this. So, then we will do a town palace. Should I do that in the middle? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's got to touch water. Well, why don't we have it here? It's only 5, huh? First thing you see when you walk in? It takes up a lot of usable space. Really, if I just have it go like this... No. Here's the thing. We're going to do it down here so they can touch water, because if I do it here, I can't touch anything. So we'll have them just use their tippy toes to be able to touch the route there. Family mansion. I realize it's not a good idea to put this down right now. In fact, I'm not going to, because it takes a lot of people. So we will wait a moment on that, and instead I'm going to put down a firehouse. And that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could do a architect on this, but is he going to go to the right? Because of the way, well, we'll find out. Actually, this guy might too. In fact, yeah. Pretty sure he's gonna go that way. Now, it's not a big deal if I put a house, say, right here. Or, alternatively, right here. Because I think the 2 away will work. And then for this side, I can do the same thing. I can utilize those corners and not worry so much. This one, if I have them go off that way, I don't know. I do not like the idea of having to put tons of roadblocks there. We're gonna need entertainment platforms. Can put those in those corners there, I guess. Anyway, let's do a water supply down here. And that should be all of our initial setup. We will need to do a dock. What the fuck's the dock? I'm probably going to have to do some clearing here. Actually, right there looks good. Because, yeah, I can't get anybody going here. But we will also need fish and a shipwright, because we need them to make the boats. Blast. But there are actually smaller spots for fishing up here. I don't want to get rid of too many of my trees. But I think I'm going to have to fit a few of them in here. Alright, well, we're going to have to cut out a few of those. Actually, yeah, all of our fishing is going to be way up there. Oh, hey, there's another fishing spot. That's good. We don't actually have too many fishing spots, though. That's the problem. A lot of that is going to have to be... Not necessarily, actually. I can move this to be my fishing stuff and then put the fishing boats down here. It is kind of a waste. Oh, okay. Okay, there's one there. Pretty sure we could fit something there. But maybe I'll just put the... Because we're going to need a walker up here to take care of these guys. And then we'll have one down here for food distribution, because we want that to be easy. In fact, I should probably do something like this, just to section that off immediately. In fact, maybe this will be my entertainment square or something. I don't know. Have yet to figure that one out, but... Let's do, well, we need a shipwright before we can begin doing anything else. Having importation, exportation down here makes more sense, and like I said, since the guy is only going to be up here just to hold down the fort, so to speak, it would behoove me... Okay, so we can share. Okay. We're just getting rid of a lot of money. Be used elsewhere. Needs road access. And that road will have to go along the backside. Every tree we destroy is money down the drain. But it will also have to actually come down, because if I want to put a fishing wharf here, you know what, I think we're just going to have to get rid of a ton of stuff. I do not like the idea of that. Or we just have a very jaggy kind of road setup. Which does not look so great. Yeah, man, we're just going to have to put it all back here to start. Our fishers will be far away from the fish, which is going to increase time. But... at least until we get a lot of people going, I think that's probably the most effective use of money. Did that actually work? And then I can send one up behind them. Yeah, okay. Well, it's not pretty, but it gives me a few spots to fill in houses and walkers and all that stuff. And then, do I just want to have... Does that line up with that? How serendipitous. We will go ahead and kill a tree. And just create a lot of complicated intersections that I will eventually probably regret having. Speaking of intersections, I guess we can put the Pharaoh's cross out here. My god cross, or whatever. Because I can't really do much else out here. with this stuff, right? So why don't we just get that going? The festival square. Does that need to be... I think I determined that does not need to have stuff. But anyway, we can also have an offshoot road here just to have immediate access to the wood. So that's not a big deal. And who do we have for gods this time round? We have Ra and we have Ta. And that will be fantastic, because then we only have to worry about 2 gods being happy. But we do need to keep our people. Alright, I'm just going to put these down now. Yes, yes. Somehow this creates incredible beautification. We're going to put a firehouse on this side. And we are going to put a... Let's see, this is where we're going to have to delete a few more houses. It's alright, though. Ah! Yeah, so it's going to have to jag this way. And then that means that I can put an architect over here. I mean, really, you know, we could just keep them here, down here. Do I want to do something here? I don't even know what I would do down here, so... But that leaves an available option, I guess, for a larger structure to be put there. And you know what, just for shits and giggles, let's just put that there. And we'll do house there with a well. And really, I could just put houses all along here. That puts that out of the water, though, doesn't it? For wells and water supplies, yes, but I think that would be out of its radius for water. Okay, but that'll be getting started. Well, okay, we'll have places for shrines. Excelente. Okay, I think we can speed this up just a tad. Now, having food stores started up here, I realize is very out of the way if I'm bringing it down here. But like I said, once we get food here, well, okay. Let us consider that. Food here and food here. But a dock here could go down here, so industrial storage could go down here. I'm aware. But we could just make this a food center. Because it doesn't really matter whether I have the market or the bazaars up or down. I mean, it would end up in the same place. So we could yeah, right. So let's do how am I going to do this? I guess I could do a house here, and then that would take care of whatever walker situation is going on. Why don't we do that? We'll have those guys there, and then I'm going to need... It seems really inefficient, like I could do this better. I mean, if I was willing to get rid of a lot of this, then yes. But I'm not, so I won't. Well, for now, I'll put these guys down, just so we can get this started. But in future, when we've got some of these down, I'll probably rearrange this road so that it... I mean, I have no idea. I'm going to have the road come around here to get these, I think. But we'll figure that one out. So what we do need, though, is the granary. And that will go right there. Okay, we can pick up the speed a little bit. The gods are apathetic, which is just fine because we just started. And how's the money situation? Blew through quite a considerable chunk. I'm not taking it, yeah, because I don't have a mansion yet. So that's good. And what are we looking at for population? Okay, things have leveled out, and we still have places to build, so that will all work out fine. That is exactly what I did not want to have happen. So, it looks like a roadblock it is. Okay, let's pick it up now. Gift of grain. Thank you. Unfortunately, we need a bastard to be living here so that we can get that going. I guess, temporarily, let's do a store yard. Yeah, store yard's pretty cheap. We'll just do a store yard, and then at least we'll get some people, and then we can move the grain. That way we're not missing out on it. Hurry, man, go! There we go. Excellent. Next time it comes round, we'll have it. Yeah. I already borked myself. I should have just made it come off here. I mean, it was already a road. Alright, alright. Well, you know. Can we get a road back here? What the hell? What the hell is growing right there that I can't... Alright. That'll work a little bit better. We can still get our granary right here. Fortunately, the walkers will be all over the place, so I will eventually need more housing around someplace. But anyway, we are starting to get some stuff, I think. Well, maybe not, but nonetheless, we should probably start holding festivals, regardless of the fact that it's going to be incredibly expensive for me to do so. Once this is populated... I don't think this is going to work out as well as I'd hoped. I could just get rid of this and move them closer even and then seal this off. Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. But we do have large unemployment. So, now we can at least begin to start making some money. Actually, first thing we should probably do is clamp down on the food situation, but we do have some food to begin with anyway, so that we can at least start that. I will not, however, be doing that immediately because, well, we don't really need to. Getting these people situated, in fact, maybe that's what I should do. Forget the food right now. I don't need to be distributing it. I've got a lot of area that I can just fill in with people right now. So why don't we do that? We'll just have an excess, and then I will begin the exportation of, well, I guess copper. You bastards. Okay, so where did they get out? They got out somewhere, clearly. Is it that rock? I knew that was going to work. God damn it. How about these guys? These guys are penned in, looks like. Somehow, these guys got out. They shouldn't have been able to get through here, but I don't know. Now I'm going to have to see what goes on with them, because that's going to hamper my copper. So we won't be doing copper first. We'll be doing other stuff. Right. So let's go ahead and just resituate these guys. These guys do have people in them. But you know what? I just want to simplify this. It'll be a while yet before we do a before we do some of these for the fishers. We've got plenty of fishing spots over here yet, so we shan't do that. Let's go ahead and put down a shrine to Ra and a shrine to Ta. At least get that started. Ra will not be satisfied with that for very much longer, of course, but we will now take you and empty that so I can get rid of this. And let's go ahead and put down our friends over here. I'm aware food levels are terrible. I also don't care, because that is a problem for another day. Right now I'm more concerned about just getting that started. Okay, so if I'm going to do that, let's do preparation work then. I'm going to need to take out 2 rows of trees here, it looks like, because I need 1. So we'll grab that there, and then it's got to come down. And then I guess this one too, unless I make that one connected to this. And I'll probably have a road coming up the back way here that can then get connected into here. So if I start them here walking, well, now I mean now I don't need to, but I could have one loop this way, and in fact that's an excessively long way for them to take this fish. Where are the fisher guys? Okay, so we did have a spot a little bit closer, kind of looked like. Yeah, so we'll get this situated a little bit tighter in a moment. Getting the reeds. So we can sell papyrus, I believe. I believe that is a thing that I saw someone will buy. There it is. Available for export, yeah. So that'll be something down the road that we'll work on. Not right now. But I will want... Actually, it's going to look like I have to bring that up here. Where's the dock going to sit? It's going to have to be pulled back a few. Yeah. Now, I could have 2 docks. The more docks that I have, the better my exportation situation is going to be. So maybe I'll have these separated. Let's do that. It'll simplify things quite a bit, actually, to do that, because then I only have to worry about this one. And in fact, what is going on here? This might be enough. 7 fishing wharves might be enough that I could then have 3 different docks, which would help with exportation. I don't know, that might just be greedy. I guess we can do it though. We can have a dock here. Again, it kills valuable trees. But that fits there, and then I can, yeah, then I can really simplify all this other stuff. So we'll take that out here, take that there. Okay. And then I guess that will then loop around and connect up there. So we'll roadblock that. Common festival was held. Hooray! Ra is displeased. I think Ra is displeased because this is not enough for him. So we'll go ahead and put this here. This should put out good vibes, right? I don't remember. I don't remember if these do or not. Should I put it more centrally located? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So there it goes. And then we will put in some beautification of garden. And hopefully he'll be a little bit happier. That was just to him, was it not? We just gave him a thing. Now, hopefully he'll be a little bit happier. Okay. So we still have a ton of people unemployed. So I think, like I said, the first thing I'll do is actually focus upon industry. I mean, we've got a whole thing here. People will need to be employed rather quickly. So we'll work on that instead. But slow going as this is, I feel pretty satisfied with where we're at right now. So I'm going to end this one here, and I will see you next time.